This is what's it's gonna look like on Judgment Day. On Revelation 9, when that star falls, the Sirius star, that's Judgment Day. Glory be to Jehovah at all times. This is the land. This is lava under the land. The land is going to be thin, just like this line. It's going to be very slim. These are the men who will be left on land. This is the sun with his angry face on. The anger of the Lord, the wrath of the Lord. And it's going to be lots of heat waves on that day. And the face of the judge is the face that I behold. In other words, my face will be in the sun, talking, but I won't be here to operate it. Because it's judgment that these guys gonna go through. They're standing on lava. This is the land here. The soil that you're gonna be standing on is gonna be very thin. That's why you see the land wobbling like that. You see it wobbling right now in these videos nowadays. You're seeing it because you know it's coming. It's the lava coming up. So that's why the land keeps wobbling lately on these storm videos. If you watch storm videos, you need to look at storm videos. If you are a sky watcher or anything, or even a biblical person, you're supposed to watch the news. You're supposed to watch the storm news. That's a sign of the Lord. Now, on a way higher altar like this, I'm just trying to make something look kind of cloud-like. You gotta use a 3D expression with this, your 3-dimensional view in you. Your heart of 3-dimensional. You have to use that to understand what I'm doing here. Now these here are the people of the rapture who have been taken up here. Whilst these men left here, the women will be raptured. Put their little hairstyle on them to signify it's women being raptured. The bride. They are all the bride of God. That's why God said, be tender to the women. The women will be raptured. They will be standing on clouds. This is what the rapture is. While the sun, his mouth won't be moving. You'll just see an angry face here for the men and a smiley face for the women. Because the men are the main purpose here of creating the disaster of war. These are the men of war. Most of them are men of war, adulterous men, murderers, pedophiles, and so on and so on. Those who breaking the 10 Commandments and they're addicted to it, they have to die. The wages of sin is death. So if you're addicted to break, if it's 10 people you killed, if it's 10 people you killed, you got to get killed 10 times. If this person here killed 10 times, if this person here killed one, he have to die one time. If this one killed 2, he have to die 2 times. This is how judgment goes. If this person killed 10 people up here, if he killed 10 people, he's gonna die 10 times. He's gonna be brought back to life and die again. Brought back to life, die again. Brought back, die. Brought back, die 10 times. And it's painful. It's the wrath of the Lord. The Lord don't play these games. These foolish breaking the commandment games. We don't play that in Zion. And this is not Zion. This is just up in the heavens. So the ladies will be there, and they will be, first, they would start crying for their boyfriends, or whatever man or father or whatever man they knew who got left down here. These ladies will be crying at first, but when they realize that the men were sinning, because a big screen is going to be up there. All those big screens in the video that I made is going to be like this. The cloud is going to look just like this. Big screens and showing the women what the men was doing. Meanwhile, the men will be seeing what they were doing to get punished. They're not going to be seeing what the women used to do whilst they was here. The women going to be looking at how these boys, because you men here don't act like men. You men act like boys here. You all are boys. All of you are boys here, acting like little boys. Foolish little toys. Foolish everything. Everything is foolish here. Even the music is foolish. You little boys now, which is men, mankind, you're going to be looking at the screen of all the things that you've been doing, all the evil things that you've been doing here for the 2,000 years that your planet has been here. So you have to spend a lot of time, these men have to spend a lot of time here, whilst these here now, the ladies, right before they go, they're going to leave. This cloud is going to leave. The cloud that they're standing on is going to leave and fade away, not fade away, but float away and go on to Nibiru, Planet X Nibiru, and it's going to come down and let them go. Let them go peacefully, without injuries or anything. The Lord is very gentle and merciful. And what I'm talking about here is is mostly women and hand-picked men. Few hand-picked men will be here. When I say hand-pick, is who the Lord chose, which is who I am. Because I have no time to waste with you men here. You men here concerned about some paper foundation. Zion is not based on paper. You cannot go out in space trying to spend paper. They use gold and diamond out there, and further materials stronger than space rocks, stronger than adamantium if it even exists, stronger than platinum, and all these different type of. So basically what I'm trying to show you here, this is how the rapture gonna occur in a twinkle of an eye. In the twinkle of an eye, the ladies will be, they will reach here really fast. In other words, the men won't be seeing no women down here, and it's gonna be hot. The sun is gonna be pushing heat waves at these men here, and whilst the ladies don't feel that heat, because it's the Lord. Expect it from God. Expect it. Anything is the worst thing, expect it, and worse than that for the men who are left here. Because I am the Son of Man, I come here to judge man, judge mankind. If it wasn't for the men here, the women wouldn't be prostitutes. And if it wasn't for the men here, the women won't be getting killed. Most of the women who died here, men killed them. Straight up. And this is not a if but maybe story or perhaps. Most of the women who died here, men killed them. Whether they gay or straight, they kill the women. Most of the women, they prostitute the women and so on. And all these things. And you're going to hear with a loud voice in the clouds, it's written in the Bible. Your Bible is your contract. Basic information before leaving earth. This is how it's going to happen. Your Bible is your contract. And this is how it's going to go down. The 10 Commandments is your contract. It's your contract. So if you break that, you're on death row, eternal death. Glory be to Jehovah at all times.